929-205-6099. I'll repeat it again. It's 929-205-6099. And you have a little access code that you got to plug in to make sure you dial in directly to us. And that access code is 117-581-440. 117-581-440.
Men, we have men all across the United States tuning in, and it's been, it started off with 4 or 5 guys, and it's almost 4 years ago, and now we had 80 something people on last Thursday.
Yes.
So it's growing. We're trying to get, we have a stated goal to try to get 25,000 men by the end of the year to join this cause and to let us help you. We call ourselves the core engineers in the kingdom. We're trying to build up righteousness. We're trying to hold up righteousness. We're trying to activate a spiritual consciousness that may be callous or a little bit dormant. We're trying to make sure that men have a place to go to and just get fed early in the morning. We don't, all they got to do is just hang in, put your phone on mute, and just listen in. And we're going to have something for you that will pour into your spirit and leave you fired up and ready to take on your day. That's our goal.
As a matter of fact, and the reason why I'm glad you said that too, because when we operate in silos or by ourselves, sometimes it can get a little weary. We can figure out that, it's a cost to being a man. And when we pay that cost continually and we don't have any encouragement, we can end up, just dying on the vine. As a matter of fact, it reminds me of a story that Reggie was telling me about that I would love for you to share at this moment. I remember when you paid the cost as a man to stand in support and put your energy toward Barack Obama.
Yes.
And that cost you a job, literally.
Yes.
Hey, talk to us about that and tell us a little bit more on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's been 10 years. This week, 10 years, and I didn't think about it until this morning. I was working with a company in Howland Park, and great job. Everything was going great. Had a friend that invited me to the inauguration in 2009, and at that time I put in my vacation time because I knew what was going to be taking place and got it approved. But the CEO of the company found out about it through one of the employees that had went on my, I guess I could say maybe I left my computer up, and he saw it where I was planning on my travel, my itinerary, and found out that I was going to the inauguration.
So on your laptop, with the screen up, that's little in the first place.
Yes.
So now here's what I'm saying. We're probably, non-African American goes onto your laptop, looks at your agenda purposely, and then communicates that to the ownership.
He communicated to the ownership, and then an email came out to everyone 3 days before I was leaving. It says no vacation time that's going to be taken in the month of January from those specific dates. And so I saw it and I go, oh, this is not going to work. So I went in and let him know. And he said, no one can leave and take vacation during this time. And that's when I told him, I said, well, the HR person approved it. He said, well, I own this company. And I said, I understand. But I mean, I've already made plans to go out of town. I never said anything about the inauguration, not one time. And so he just said, well, no, there's no time. I said, well, I'll tell you what then, I won't be able to work here. So he called security. Security came up from there at this the place I was working. Very, very high profile place. I mean, this facility was extremely nice. I mean, it was a nice facility. Security came running up, coming up the elevator, and I said everything's fine. So I just got my belongings and I left. And I went ahead and went home, and I told my wife, I may want to cancel this trip because I don't have a job.
Did you?
And I told her, I said, I'm gonna have to cancel it. And she said, no, absolutely not. My wife said, no, you're going. You'd already made plans. You were excited about going this first inauguration by, President Barack Obama. And hey, I was looking forward to it. And I went ahead and went on the trip. Didn't have a job. And so, hey, it just, that's just the way it is. It was just sad. But, this has been 10 years just about this week.
So
that transpired.
Let me ask you this. The cost of taking a stand, the cost of being a man, the cost of being a black man.
Yes.
After all of that and what you've gone through, what have you learned from it? What can you share with us that from that circumstance?
Well, I can share this, that I can understand that I just say this. I said if I ever get a chance to meet President Barack Obama, I'm gonna let him know you cost me a job.
Right.
You understand?
Uh-huh.
But then I would tell him, look, you know what? We're in the same boat. We can go fishing together because I can understand what he had to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I had to go through it on this small scale, I can imagine what he had to go through. Obviously, being the president of the United
Right.
States. So you know, I mean, I've learned that here. This was in 2009. It's no different. We're in 2019, and it's the same thing. There's nothing different, really.
Right.
You know, so I look at it also from the standpoint, I mean, look at Dr. Martin Luther King being a trailblazer that he is, okay? And if you look at it, here it is, where are we, 2019? Come on, that's 39 years. This man died at 39 years old,
Yeah.
okay? And I look at these numbers like that, figure, I mean, you think about it. I mean, what he was trying to, you know, get over and for the people to understand.
Which we celebrate on Monday.
We celebrate on Monday,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and this old President Barack Obama inauguration was what, on the 19th, I believe it was. So, I mean, I've learned a lot. There's a lot of things that haven't really changed, you know, but I just want to at least make my voice known, and I really haven't even told anyone, too many people this story. Not too many people know, you know, just a few, but he's made it happen.
Well, before we go there, I just want to applaud
Yeah.
you on that, taking that stand, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
You
Yeah,
know,
I did. And also, let me just wrap that up. That I got a call maybe a month after when I got back. A lady called me, and she's just crying. I said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "I just want to let you know what transpired. So and so looked on your tablet and saw what was going on, and told the owner of the company and told him to make sure that whatever you need to do is to make sure you block this, so he won't be able to go." And this is someone who I wrote to work with every day.
Wow. Wow.
Okay? And so she just told me, she said, "I'm so sorry. I wish I could have told you that if what was going to take place." But she said, I didn't know. But I just wanted to let you know that's what happened, and that's why he went ahead and blocked you. And you know, and so hey, it's just it's the way it is.
The
you know?
pastor came out and because if a one man block, God could always supersede. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Because when he
Exactly.
told us that we can look at the mountain and say, "Be thee removed,"
Yes.
you know, from not from just a physical standpoint, but from a mental and spiritual standpoint, is that you a molehill to my Father,
Yeah.
right? And so what you meant over here, you know, this weapon you formed up against me, it won't ever prosper. Because now you sharp as ever, clean as ever, still standing firm in your faith.
Yes.
Brother, it's a testimony to this. So, you know, again, I thank you for what
Thank you
did.
so much. Thank you so much.
And that is a testimony to why the National Men's Prayer Call
Exactly.
was formed in the first place. Because we're talking about personal growth, strengthening men, iron sharpening iron, so that we're able to go forth in the communities, in our jobs, in our homes, and be the strong men that God called us to be. Because the enemy wants to weaken men, and as men are weakened, then the household is weakened. When the household is weakened, the community, the church,
Everything.
the schools, everything is weakened. So by you standing up and standing strong, letting that pneuma man, that man on the inside, stand up is powerful. Hey, we want to for the Ed Gray Show, we want to promote the Jim Austin Cowboys of Color event for January, and the radio winners were Tracy and Tramar Underwood. So you're gonna get I guess as
Congrats.
winners, you get to go to the rodeo. Hey, if you've never been to a rodeo, I mean, I promise you, that's some stuff that you just look and say, "Dad, gum."
I'm
That athleticism.
I'm making sure I'm taking my children on that.
The black rodeo is
Oh,
something that
my
everybody
goodness.
needs to experience.
Definitely.
I would have been a good cowboy back in the day.
I bet you.
And so,
I
but anyway,
wouldn't have been a cow. I wouldn't have been. God knew I hate to be in this.
I've been
time
on the
right
trail
here.
long as a doggy. But also we want to promote the Arlington Jazz Festival. Now, as a sidebar conversation, we might need to look into the fact that, we're moving forward with things that are pertinent to men's issue. Men's issue, you know, we looked earlier today, we was on Heaven 97, and we were talking about the Me Too movement and how with the R. Kelly situation, with the government shutdown, all these issues men face, and sometimes just like you, Reggie, you're in a situation you don't know what to do, what the next move is. So we want to talk about some of those issues today.
Okay, y'all, well, get numbered, gentlemen. Let's talk about this R. Kelly situation.
Oh, he's been waiting all morning.
You know, take a moment.
He got a little
I just want to remind
yeah.
you, this is recorded, and I want to make sure it don't come up like some old stuff. But I'm gonna start out with you, Benny. You're with the R. Kelly situation. I'm even reminded of the Kevin Hart situation, using some commentary that he used a couple of years ago for this stuff to come back to him. I know two kind of separate different things, and so I want you to kind of focus on your thoughts about the R. Kelly situation and how that impacts, men like us,
Well, first of all,
Before we go into that, we're gonna take a quick break.
then
and
we're gonna come back on the
go
other
full-fledged
side.
into it,
It's
but
about to
we
get
wanna-
hot up in here.
Yeah.
Let me take y'all my skull.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we still live.
No, we're still live on Facebook? Okay. Hey, you Facebook guys out there, we're gonna have, these are hot mics, and remember when Jesse got caught with the hot mic?
Yeah.
Almost ended his
Yeah,
career.
almost, it did.
Clinton got caught.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah. A lot of people have been caught with hot mics saying stuff that they shouldn't have said. So we ain't gonna say nothing inappropriate.
Right.
I'm just gonna say happy birthday. Yeah, Dr. King,